The courtroom was filled to capacity, the air heavy with anticipation as whispers of speculation filled the room. Everyone in town seemed to have come to witness the trial of Ryan Carter, a 16-year-old high school senior whose actions had left the community divided. Ryan had been caught red-handed vandalizing the local youth center, a place many consider the heart of the town. For some, his actions were unforgivable, a sign of a young man heading down a dangerous path. For others, Ryan was just a troubled kid who needed a second chance. Presiding over the trial was Judge Olivia Grant, a woman renowned for her sharp wit and fair judgment. As she entered the courtroom, silence fell, and all eyes turned to Ryan, who sat slouched at the defendant's table. His demeanor was quiet, almost defeated, as though he carried the weight of the world on his shoulders. Judge Grant had seen countless young offenders pass through her courtroom, many of whom left unchanged. But there was something different about Ryan. His downcast eyes held a glimmer of remorse that couldn't be ignored. The prosecution wasted no time painting Ryan as a reckless delinquent. They detailed how he had defaced the youth center's walls with graffiti, causing significant damage. "This is a young man who clearly doesn't respect the law," the prosecutor declared. But Ryan's defense attorney countered with a different perspective, revealing the boy's difficult circumstances: the recent loss of his mother, his father struggling to make ends meet, and the anger Ryan felt but didn't know how to process. When it was Ryan's turn to speak, the tension in the courtroom was palpable. He walked to the podium hesitantly, his hands trembling as he gripped its edges. His voice, though soft, was steady. "Your Honor," he began, glancing briefly at the judge before lowering his eyes again, "I know what I did was wrong. I let my anger get the best of me, and I took it out on something that wasn't mine. I can't take it back, but I want to make it right." Judge Grant studied him, her expression unreadable. "And how do you propose to make it right, Ryan?" she asked, her voice calm but firm. Ryan took a deep breath, summoning courage. "I want to apologize to the youth center and the people I've hurt," he said, "and I'd like to help fix the damage I caused. I don't want to just pay a fine or sit in detention. I want to show the community that I'm truly sorry." A murmur spread through the courtroom, but it was the next moment that truly shocked everyone. From the back of the room, a man stood up. It was Mr. Andrews, the director of the youth center, a middle-aged man with a calm presence and kind eyes. "Your Honor," he said, addressing Judge Grant, "I've had the chance to speak with Ryan, and I believe he's sincere. If the court permits, I'd like to oversee his community service at the center. He can work with me to repair the damage he caused, and I'll mentor him through the process." The room erupted in whispers. This was highly unusual, and even Judge Grant seemed surprised. She turned to Mr. Andrews, her brow raised. "That's a generous offer, Mr. Andrews," she said. "Are you certain about this?" "I am, Your Honor," Mr. Andrews replied firmly. "Ryan made a mistake, but I believe he has a good heart. I'd rather see him grow from this experience than face a punishment that doesn't help anyone." Judge Grant sat back in her chair, considering the proposal. After a long pause, she delivered her verdict. "Ryan," she said, "I'm sentencing you to 100 hours of community service at the youth center under Mr. Andrews' supervision. Additionally, you'll attend counseling sessions to address your grief and anger. If you complete these terms, the charges will be dropped from your record." Ryan's relief was evident, but what happened next left everyone speechless. He turned to Mr. Andrews, tears welling up in his eyes. "Thank you for believing in me," he said. Then, with trembling hands, he removed a worn leather bracelet from his wrist. "This belonged to my mom," he explained, his voice breaking. "She gave it to me before she passed and told me to always try to do the right thing. I want you to have it, to show you that I mean what I say." The room fell silent, many in the audience visibly moved. Mr. Andrews hesitated, then accepted the bracelet with a solemn nod. "I'll hold on to this," he said, "until the day you're ready to take it back. Let this be the beginning of something better." Over the next several months, Ryan threw himself into the work. Under Mr. Andrews' mentorship, he not only repaired the physical damage to the youth center, but also began rebuilding trust within the community. He discovered a passion for helping others, organizing events for younger kids, and inspiring other teens to stay on the right path. When Ryan completed his community service, the courtroom was once again packed, this time for a celebration. Mr. Andrews stood beside Ryan, returning the leather bracelet. "You've earned this," he said. "Wear it with pride." Judge Grant, her usual stern expression, softened by a rare smile, addressed Ryan. "You've shown us all that redemption is possible through hard work and a sincere desire to change. You've not only turned your life around, but also inspired those around you. Well done, Ryan." The courtroom erupted into applause, a fitting end to a story of second chances and personal growth. Ryan walked out that day not just as a boy who had made amends, but as a symbol of hope for anyone who's ever been given the opportunity to start anew. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to remind others of the power of forgiveness, mentorship, and the strength to change.